Hi, I'm Maria Bailey, the founder of BSM Media and the owner of MomSelect, the largest network and community of mom influencers and content creators. We have over 40,000 moms who we work with on a regular basis, connecting mom influencers and content creators with brands. I'm also the author of Marketing to Moms and Marketing to the Modern Mom, which is my latest book. And today we're going to be answering the question, how can brands find more vetted influencers in the United States? Well, every day we vet influencers in our community and outside of our community for the brands that we work with. We launch over 200 brand products every year at Walmart, Target, Costco, and other online and offline retailers. And today, more than ever, it's important to really dig deep into the background and the followers and the comments of influencers and content creators to make sure that they're the right match for you. And just because they belong to a network doesn't mean that we can just take it for granted that they're vetted. They're not, because even though we have 40,000 moms that we work with on a regular basis, every single time we send them to a client and we pick the right influencer for that client, we have to re-vet them. And let me just talk to you about some ways that you can vet an influencer if you're not going through an agency. I'll give you some of the examples of things that we do so that you can do them for your own brand. Although we are happy to do it for you if you would like to hire us. Number one, a lot of brands make the mistake and just look at the followers and never look at who the followers are, how they're engaging, and what kind of comments that they're leaving. So what we do is we make sure that we randomly go through their feed, look at the comments that their followers have made on a post, and we go to those followers' accounts to make sure that the followers that are truly engaged with an influencer are the right kind of followers for our clients. So let me give you an example. Let's say that we are working with a fitness brand who wants fitness moms and her followers. If we were to go to an influencer, and let's say she does post a lot about fitness, but then the followers who comment and engage with her are, I don't know, let's just say they are men who live in another country. That would not be the right influencer to recommend to our client, because just because she might have high engagement, the engagement is coming from the wrong type of follower. So you need to pay attention to who is commenting and engaging, and what are they saying, and are they the right audience for your product. Also, you want to dig down deeper to find out what is the breakout of where that particular influencer's followers are coming from. Another example, one of my clients wanted to engage with an influencer that had 5 million followers. It's not something that I recommend, but they really wanted to go for, they wanted to test it, and they wanted to go for a mega influencer with 5 million influencers. Well, when we did our deep dive and vetted that influencer, what we found was 80% of their followers were either in Brazil or India. Okay, this was a food product that was launching in the United States. So just because they have 5 million followers doesn't, again, mean that it's the right influencer for your brand. And unless you really vetted that person, you wouldn't have known that. So how can you find the best influencer and the most vetted influencer? Well, there's plenty of software out there that you can use there's Lefty, there's Collaboster, there's several apps that you can use. I would just caution you that we randomly test all those softwares against each other, and then we go to our influencers and we ask for the actual numbers that they're seeing on their posts, and a lot of times they don't quite align. So the best way to engage with an influencer is to ask them for a screenshot of their actual analytics. Pick a piece of content that maybe relates to what you're going to be engaging with. So if you're a food brand, you might want to pick a post that they did on a food product and ask them for a screenshot of the performance of that piece of product. That will give you the most real content. And if you really want to take it to the next step, you can put it in AI and ask AI to help you analyze it too, because there sometimes are certain patterns that you start to see where their followers may be 10,000, but their audience size is 600, so something doesn't seem right there. So honestly, the best place to go for the most vetted influencers is to work with an agency that is not using AI, that manually goes through and finds you the very, very best influencers. That's how we do it with MomSelect. You can go to momselect.com to read more about it, but it really is about going manually through their feed, looking at the comments, taking a deep dive into who their followers are, and then also to look at the consistent engagement of their followers. And we do that every day at MomSelect. And if you have any questions about how you can do it yourself or how we can help you, please feel free to email me, Maria at BSM Media.